The Tender Tale of a Crying Whale, a children's story. In the tranquility of the vast ocean, away from the hustle and bustle of human life, resided a sprightly young whale named Wally. He was a creature full of life, bounding with energy, and always ready to play. His zest for life was infectious, and his innocent charm had made him a beloved figure among the ocean dwellers. Wally was known for his friendly nature and unbridled curiosity. His eyes held a unique sparkle that was indicative of his love for exploration. He was drawn to the unknown, always ready to venture into the vast expanse of his aquatic home, seeking new adventures and experiences. Wally was part of a loving and nurturing family who resided deep within the heart of the ocean. They led a peaceful existence, basking in the azure glory of the sea, playing with the gentle waves, and feasting on the abundant marine life. Their life was simple, yet filled with contentment and joy. Despite the serenity and beauty of his home, Wally was an adventurous soul. His heart yearned for exploration, to see what lay beyond his familiar surroundings. His curiosity often led him away from his family, into uncharted territories, his heart beating with anticipation and excitement. One day, Wally embarked on his first solo adventure. He swam through vibrant coral reefs, met diverse marine creatures, and saw sights he had never seen before. It was a journey of discovery and learning, opening his eyes to the marvels of the underwater world. Wally's adventures took an unexpected turn when his explorations brought him close to a ship teeming with humans. His curiosity piqued, he approached the strange structure, thoroughly intrigued by the unfamiliar creatures aboard. His friendly nature, however, was mistaken for a threat, causing panic among the humans. In a swift and confusing turn of events, Wally was captured by the frightened humans. They used their complicated machines to separate him from his beloved ocean. Wally was taken away from his home, his family, and the vast, open waters he loved so much. His new life in captivity was a far cry from the freedom he used to enjoy. His days were filled with longing for the rolling waves, the sandy ocean floor, and the company of his family. Yet, amidst his sadness, Wally began to learn about the humans and their world. It was here that Wally met Timmy, a compassionate human with a kind heart. Timmy was different from the others, he took the time to understand Wally's sadness. A special bond formed between them, a friendship that transcended the barriers of their species. Recognizing Wally's longing for the ocean, Timmy decided to help his new friend. He devised a plan that would not only free Wally from captivity but also reunite him with his family. The thought of returning home filled Wally's heart with hope. The plan was thrilling and filled with suspense. Timmy knew he had to be stealthy and quick to pull off this daring escape. He worked tirelessly under the cover of darkness, ensuring every detail was perfect, preparing for the day Wally would swim free. As the escape day dawned, Wally and Timmy shared a heartfelt goodbye. It was a moment filled with raw emotion, a testament to the bond they had formed. Their eyes welled up with tears, knowing they may never see each other again, yet they both understood the necessity of their parting. Wally's return to the ocean was a joyous occasion. His family had been waiting anxiously, their hearts heavy with worry. His return sparked a celebration that echoed through the ocean. The once somber sea life now vibrated with jubilation as Wally swam amidst his loved ones once more. Post his adventurous ordeal, Wally's perspective on life had drastically changed. He realized his home in the ocean was where he truly belonged. The thrill of adventure no longer held the same appeal, he had learned the hard way that it also came with dangers and unforeseen consequences. Deep in the heart of the ocean, Wally began to share his extraordinary experiences with his family and friends. He spoke passionately about his adventures, the humans he met, and the lessons he learned. His tales served as a reminder of the importance of understanding and compassion, bridging the gap between two different worlds. As time passed, Wally relished his life in the ocean, surrounded by his loved ones. He was wiser now, cherishing his home more than ever and understanding the dangers of unnecessary adventures. His experiences had shaped him, teaching him the true value of home and family. The story of Wally serves as a heartwarming reminder of the importance of understanding, compassion, and home. It underlines the significance of seeing the world from another's perspective, fostering empathy, and cherishing our roots. Thus, Wally's tale became an enduring fable, echoing through the deep blue sea. Starfish adventures beyond the waves. Stella, a bright orange starfish, harbored dreams larger than her tide pool home. Her vibrant color mirrored her vibrant spirit, eager to discover what lay beyond the familiar waters. Each day, she gazed at the horizon, imagining the mysteries it held. She shared her dream of exploration with her sea creature friends, who were quick to voice their concerns. They warned her of the unknown dangers lurking beyond their safe haven. Their cautionary tales were meant to protect, but for Stella, they fueled her desire even more. Undeterred by her friends' warnings, Stella found herself yearning for the right moment to embark on her adventure. That moment came with the high tide, a natural phenomenon that seemed like a personal invitation from the sea itself to venture out. As Stella ventured beyond the confines of her tide pool, her path crossed with a curious dolphin named Danny. Danny's friendly demeanor and adventurous spirit made him the perfect guide for Stella's journey. His offer to accompany her sparked the beginning of an unforgettable adventure. Together, they explored a sunken ship, a relic of the human world beneath the waves. It was here that Stella discovered a shiny pearl, its luster igniting a newfound love for treasures. This discovery was more than a gem, it was a symbol of the vast wonders waiting to be found. As Stella and Danny continued their underwater journey, they stumbled upon a distressing sight, a sea turtle ensnared in a web of plastic. Together, they sprang into action, carefully untangling the trapped creature. Their successful rescue filled them with a sense of accomplishment and camaraderie. The sea turtle, grateful for their help, shared tales of distant oceans and mystical underwater cities with Stella and Danny. His stories painted vivid pictures of places beyond Stella's wildest dreams, igniting a new spark of adventure in her heart. With a newfound purpose, Stella decided to collect unique items from her travels. Each treasure would serve as a memento of her journey, allowing her to keep the memories of her adventures alive. This collection soon began with the shiny pearl she found in the sunken ship. Their adventure took an unexpected turn when they were caught in a strong current that whisked them away to a vibrant coral reef. This new environment was bustling with life and color, a stark contrast to the familiar surroundings of Stella's tide pool. In the reef, they encountered a lost clownfish, separated from its family. Stella, drawing from her own longing for exploration and understanding the value of home, helped the clownfish reunite with its loved ones. This act of kindness taught her the importance of friendship and community in the vast ocean. In the heart of the coral garden, Stella's eyes caught the mesmerizing glow of a unique rock. Its luminescence was unlike anything she had ever seen, but it was zealously guarded by a grumpy crab, refusing anyone near its cherished treasure. With a heart as vast as the ocean, Stella approached the crab not with demands, but with an open claw of friendship. Day by day, her kindness melted the crab's hard shell, revealing a softer side willing to share the glowing rock's beauty. As Stella and Danny prepared to continue their journey, dark clouds began to gather overhead. A storm was brewing, casting a shadow over their path home. The once calm sea turned turbulent, making Stella's heart race with worry about their return. Bravely, Stella decided to use her collected treasures as a beacon through the storm. The shiny pearl and glowing rock illuminated their way, piercing through the darkness. Their light became a guide, pushing back against the swirling chaos of the stormy sea. Amidst the howling winds and towering waves, a pod of whales emerged, their songs weaving through the tumult. Their melodies were powerful, soothing the storm's fury and bringing peace to the sea. Stella and Danny found solace in their presence, marveling at the unexpected harmony between nature's might and its gentle giants. Stella's journey transformed her in ways she hadn't imagined. Helping others and facing her fears taught her the true value of bravery. The once timid starfish had become a beacon of courage, proving that even the smallest can make a big difference. Upon her return, Stella found her friends gathered around, eager to hear about her adventures. As she recounted tales of danger, friendship, and discovery, their eyes widened with amazement. Stella's courage inspired them, showing that the unknown wasn't to be feared but explored. Determined to keep the spirit of adventure alive, Stella decided to create a treasure map. This map wasn't just a record of her journey, it was a symbol of exploration, a guide for her friends to dream and dare to explore beyond their tide pool. Stella began teaching her friends about the ocean's wonders, emphasizing the importance of protecting its beauty. Her stories weren't just entertaining, they were educational, instilling a sense of responsibility in her friends to care for their underwater world. The tide pool community transformed, becoming a place of storytelling and dreams of adventure. Stella, now celebrated as an explorer, had ignited a flame of curiosity and care for the ocean. Looking at the stars, she dreamt of her next adventure, knowing her journey had only just begun. Now celebrated as an explorer, Stella gazed up at the stars each night, her mind swirling with possibilities. The ocean had taught her much, but the call of the unknown beckoned her to dream of adventures beyond the sea. The Tiny Yellow Fish, a heartwarming children's tale. In the vibrant underwater world, a protagonist emerges, a little yellow fish with scales that shimmer like gold under the gentle sway of the ocean light. This endearing creature is a beacon of joy, curiosity, and spirit in the vast, blue world that it calls home. At the heart of this vast ocean, nestled amongst the intricate architecture of coral reefs, resides the family of our little yellow fish. Their home is a living tapestry of colors, a haven where every crevice and coral bloom is steeped in love and shared memories. Every day in the life of our little yellow fish is a dance of routines and simple pleasures. From swimming through the iridescent bubbles in the morning to playing hide-and-seek amongst the seashells, each day is a testament to the joy of existence in its purest form. Yet, beneath this contentment, a desire for adventure begins to stir within the heart of the little yellow fish. It dreams of exploring the vastness beyond its familiar coral reefs, yearning to uncover the secrets and stories that the ocean holds within its depths. The wise elder of the family, a fish with scales weathered by time and experiences, warns our little protagonist about the potential dangers of the vast ocean. The elder's words, though laden with caution, fail to dampen the adventurous spirit of the little yellow fish. The little yellow fish was restless, longing for more than the familiar surroundings of its coral home. One night, the fish had a vivid dream. It was swimming in a vast ocean, exploring new territories and meeting other sea creatures. The dream was so real, so full of color and life, that when the little yellow fish woke up, it knew it was time for an adventure. The dream had ignited a spark of curiosity and bravery in the little fish's heart. Saying goodbye was harder than the little yellow fish had anticipated. The coral that had once been its entire world was now a place it was leaving behind. The little yellow fish swam around, visiting each family member, their fins touching in a silent goodbye. It was a poignant moment, filled with love and a hint of sadness. But there was also a sense of excitement, a promise of the adventures that awaited the little yellow fish in the wide ocean. With a flutter of its tiny fins and a flip of its tail, the little yellow fish embarked on its maiden voyage. It swam away from the protective coral, into the deep blue ocean. The water was colder, the surroundings unfamiliar, but the little yellow fish pressed on. It was a journey of courage and determination, a test of the little fish's resolve. The ocean was a world of wonders. The little yellow fish encountered beautiful sights that it had never seen before. There were plants of every shape and color, swaying gently in the ocean current. There were sea creatures of all sizes, each more fascinating than the last. It was a world that was vast and endlessly intriguing, and the little yellow fish was lost in awe. In this grand ocean, the little yellow fish was not alone. It met other sea creatures, some big and some small. There were playful dolphins, shy seahorses, and curious turtles. The little yellow fish made friends with them, shared stories of its coral home, and listened to their tales of the ocean. It was a time of joy and camaraderie, a testament to the friendships that can be found even in the most unlikely places. The little yellow fish had always lived a sheltered life within the safety of their coral home. Now, in the vastness of the ocean, they came across trials they had never imagined. Swift currents, confusing mazes of seaweed, and tricky puzzles of rock formations challenged the little fish. However, they were determined to not let these obstacles deter them from their path. Being lost in the ocean was a terrifying experience for our little protagonist. The once welcoming blue now seemed endless and frightening. The little yellow fish missed the familiarity of its coral home and the comforting presence of its family. The feeling of loneliness and fear was overwhelming, yet the little fish persisted, holding on to the hope of finding its way back. In addition to the challenges of the environment, the little yellow fish also had to face the dangers presented by the ocean's predators. The ocean, they realized, was a world where survival of the fittest was not just a saying but a harsh reality. Despite the fear, the little fish learned to camouflage, to outswim, and outwit the bigger, menacing creatures of the deep. Just when the little yellow fish began to lose hope, help came from the most unexpected places. A friendly turtle offered to guide them through the strong currents, a school of small fish taught them how to hide in plain sight, and a wise old octopus shared secrets of the sea. This unexpected kindness and camaraderie from other sea creatures helped the little yellow fish to survive and keep going. The journey through the ocean was a journey of growth for the little yellow fish. Each trial and tribulation, each encounter and experience held valuable lessons. The little yellow fish learned about bravery, about resilience, about friendship and survival. They discovered their own strength and resourcefulness, growing from a timid fish into an explorer, ready to face whatever the ocean had in store. The journey back home was not an easy one, but with the help and guidance of its new friends, the little yellow fish managed to navigate through the vast ocean. It recognized landmarks and currents that it had overlooked in its initial excitement. Each stroke brought it closer to the familiar waters of its home, the coral reef. Upon its return, the little yellow fish was met with a warm and joyous welcome. Its family, who had been worried and anxious, was relieved to see it safe and sound. The little yellow fish was showered with love and affection, its adventurous spirit admired by all. After settling back in, the little yellow fish began sharing its adventure with its family and friends. It spoke of the wondrous sights it had seen, the dangers it had faced, and the friends it had made. Each tale was met with awe and curiosity, inspiring others in its community to venture beyond their coral home. Soon, the little yellow fish became a hero in its small underwater community. Its bravery and spirit of adventure inspired others, making them look at the vast ocean with new eyes. The little yellow fish's story sparked a desire for exploration and a sense of curiosity in the other fish. As time passed, the legacy of the little yellow fish lived on. Its journey resonated with every fish in the community, encouraging them to be brave and explore the unknown. Its tale of bravery, friendship, and survival forever changed the perspective of its underwater world. Swordfish adventure in the deep blue sea. In the heart of a vibrant coral reef, Sam, the playful swordfish, darted through his colorful underwater home. His sleek, silver body reflected the sunlight that filtered down from above, making him a shimmering spectacle among the myriad of sea life. Sam harbored dreams of adventure, yearning to explore beyond the familiar confines of the coral reefs. The vast, open sea called to him with promises of mystery and excitement, igniting his imagination with tales of undiscovered wonders and hidden treasures. One day, Sam shared his dream with his best friend, Tina the turtle. Tina, always cautious, listened intently as Sam spoke of the world beyond their home, his eyes sparkling with the thrill of potential explorations. Together, they pondered what marvels lay waiting in the unknown. Their conversation caught the attention of an old wise octopus, known to all as the sage of the sea. With a voice as deep as the ocean, the octopus warned Sam of the dangers lurking in the open sea, telling tales of treacherous currents and fearsome predators. Despite the warnings, Sam's resolve only strengthened. He decided to set out on his grand adventure, bidding a heartfelt goodbye to his friends. With a mix of excitement and apprehension, Sam ventured towards the unknown, leaving the safety of his coral haven behind. As Sam ventured into the open sea, he felt a mixture of excitement and trepidation. Suddenly, a friendly dolphin surfaced, introducing himself as Delaware. With a grin, Del offered to guide Sam, promising an adventure he wouldn't forget. Together, they darted towards a shadow looming in the deep. It was a shipwreck, cloaked in mystery and brimming with treasures. Sam's eyes sparkled with wonder as they explored the remnants of a world lost beneath the waves. However, their exploration was cut short by a brewing storm. The sea turned tumultuous, separating Sam from Delaware. Despite his fear, Sam remembered the dolphins' advice to keep swimming forward, no matter what. Alone, Sam pushed through the murky waters, driven by the hope of reuniting with Delaware. His journey led him to a serene spot, where he encountered a group of whales. Their melodious singing taught him the power of harmony in the face of adversity. The whale's song echoed in Sam's heart, reminding him that even in the darkest depths, one could find light. With renewed courage, Sam continued his adventure, eager to discover what lay beyond the storm. Sam's adventure took a precarious turn when he found himself ensnared in a fisherman's net. His heart raced as he struggled against the tight mesh, fearing the worst. Every attempt to break free only tightened the net's grip. In the midst of despair, a kind seagull noticed Sam's plight. With its sharp beak, the bird worked tirelessly, cutting through the net. Sam's gratitude knew no bounds as he was finally set free, owing his life to an unlikely savior. The ordeal led Sam to a hidden underwater cave, its entrance barely visible among the seabed's rocks. Inside, ancient drawings adorned the walls, telling tales of the ocean's past and its guardians. Among the faded images, one stood out, a legendary swordfish, depicted as a protector of the sea. Sam was captivated by the stories of bravery and guardianship that seemed to resonate with his own desires. Emboldened by the tales of the legendary swordfish, Sam felt a newfound purpose. He realized that his journey wasn't just about seeking adventures, but about becoming a guardian of the ocean's wonders and mysteries. Sam's journey took a heroic turn when he stumbled upon a group of fish cornered by a looming predator. Using his speed and agility, he created a diversion, allowing the fish to escape to safety. This act of bravery marked a significant moment in Sam's adventure, showcasing his courage and determination to protect those around him. Back in the vibrant coral reefs, Sam became a mentor to the sea creatures, sharing his knowledge about teamwork and bravery. His stories of the open sea inspired many, teaching them the strength found in unity and the power of a courageous heart. Upon his return home, Sam was greeted with a celebration. Friends from every corner of the reef gathered, eager to hear about his ventures. Tina the turtle was among the first to welcome him, her eyes shining with pride and joy for her friend's safe return. Sam's tales of adventure and the lessons he learned resonated with everyone. He spoke of courage, friendship, and the importance of protecting their home. His words filled the reef with a newfound sense of purpose and unity. The wise octopus, once skeptical of Sam's journey, now looked upon him with admiration. Acknowledging his growth and bravery, the octopus saw in Sam a true protector of the ocean, a swordfish who had become a legend in his own right. Upon Sam's return, the wise octopus greeted him with a knowing smile, acknowledging the immense growth and bravery he had shown. His adventures had transformed him from a curious swordfish into a true protector of the ocean's vast wonders. As a local hero, Sam stood at the edge of the coral reef, gazing into the horizon. The sea called to him once more, its endless mysteries whispering promises of new adventures. With a heart full of courage and friendship, Sam was ready to answer. Glittering Wonders, the tale of Bubbles, the brave dolphin. In the depth of the vast, sparkling blue ocean, there lived a playful dolphin named Bubbles. Bubbles was different from other dolphins. He was exceptionally energetic, curious, and full of life. Bubbles loved to leap above the water, feeling the fresh air against his skin. Each time he would jump higher, aiming for the sun. One day, Bubbles noticed that the sun seemed to be drowning into the sea. He thought, "I must save the sun from sinking." And with that, Bubbles embarked on a daring adventure. Swimming as fast as he could, Bubbles chased the sun. But the faster he swam, the deeper the sun seemed to sink. Confused and worried, he felt a nudge on his side. Turning around, Bubbles saw an old, wise sea turtle. "Why are you racing the sun, young one?" he asked. Bubbles shared his fears, but the turtle just chuckled. "The sun is only setting, it's not sinking," the turtle explained. "It will rise again tomorrow. It's the law of nature." Bubbles felt relieved but also a little embarrassed. However, his adventurous spirit wasn't dampened. he decided to explore new places in the ocean instead. As he swam deeper into the uncharted territories, he noticed something unusual. A group of little fish were trapped in a net. Bubbles tried to free them, but the net was too tough. Just when he was about to give up, he remembered the wise turtle's words, "Nature always finds a way." Looking around, Bubbles spotted a sharp rock. Using it, he started to cut the net. It was hard work, but Bubbles didn't give up. Soon enough, the little fish were free. They thanked Bubbles and swam away happily, lighting up the ocean with their radiant scales. Bubbles realized that even if he couldn't save the sun, he had saved the little fish. He felt proud and content. Day turned into night, and the moon took the sun's place, illuminating the dark blue sea. Bubbles swam back to his home, ready to share his adventure. As Bubbles began his tale, the other dolphins listened in awe. His bravery and persistence inspired them all, filling their hearts with courage. From that day forward, Bubbles was not just a playful dolphin. He was a hero, a protector of the sea. Every evening, Bubbles would watch the sun setting, knowing it wasn't sinking but going to rise again, just like his own brave spirit. And every day, he continued his adventures, always ready to help someone in need, forever embodying the true spirit of the ocean. So, kids, the story of Bubbles teaches us that bravery isn't about doing something big. It's about being persistent, selfless, and kind. When you are brave, you can make a difference, help others, and become a hero in your own unique way. Remember, you don't have to chase the sun to prove your courage. You just have to listen to your heart and do what's right. Bubbles, the brave dolphin, will always be a shining example of courage and compassion, inspiring us to be brave in our own lives. And who knows? Maybe your bravery will inspire someone else just as Bubbles has inspired us today. Thank you for joining us on this magical underwater adventure. We hope Bubbles' story will always remind you to be brave, be kind, and shine bright. Good night, little heroes. Dream of Bubbles, the brave dolphin, swimming across the vast ocean under the moonlight, always ready for his next adventure. Once upon a time, there was a green turtle. In a quiet little corner of the vast blue ocean, there lived a young green turtle named Timmy. Timmy was just like any other turtle in the ocean, except for one thing: he was green, a bright, vibrant green that shimmered under the sunlight. Every day, Timmy would swim around the coral reefs, his home. His green shell glistened as he weaved through the colorful corals, creating a beautiful sight for every fish that passed by. While he loved his home, Timmy longed for something more, a grand adventure. One day, while looking at his reflection, he noticed something. His shell was becoming dull. He looked around and noticed that the coral reefs were losing their vibrant colors too. Timmy knew then, he had to do something. He decided to embark on a journey to find the reason behind this change. Timmy said goodbye to his friends, packed his favorite seaweed snacks, and started his journey. His heart was full of determination and a desire to bring back the radiance to his beloved home. As he swam towards the unknown, Timmy met many creatures. He saw a school of fish, their silver bodies glinting in the sunlight. They wished him luck and told him to follow the current, and so he did. Soon, he came across a wise old octopus named Oliver. Oliver had heard about the fading colors of the reef. He told Timmy about a magical pearl deep in the ocean, whose light restored colors. Fired up, Timmy decided to find this magical pearl. He swam deeper into the ocean, where the sunlight barely reached. It was scary, but Timmy was brave. He met creatures he had never seen before. Each one told him he was getting closer to the pearl. Finally, after a long and tiring journey, he saw a soft glow. As he swam closer, he saw it, the magical pearl. Filled with joy, Timmy reached out to touch it. Suddenly, he was enveloped in a warm, radiant light. When he opened his eyes, Timmy was back at the coral reef. But something was different, the colors were back. His shell was bright green again, and the reef was more vibrant than ever. His friends rushed towards him, their eyes wide with disbelief and joy. They couldn't believe what they saw. Timmy, their friend, had saved their home. From that day forward, not only was Timmy known as the Green Turtle, but also the hero of the coral reef. His courage and determination brought back the colors they held so dear. And so, Timmy's grand adventure came to an end. But his story of bravery, determination and love for his home, will be told for generations to come. And that, my dear friends, is the story of Timmy, the Green Turtle. Remember, no matter how small you are, or how big the challenge, you too can make a difference. Just like Timmy did. A testament to Timmy's incredible journey. The story of the Green Turtle, who brought color back to his home, forever echoing in the blue expanse of the ocean. The adventure of Sunny, the yellow seahorse. Once upon a time, deep under the sparkling blue sea, lived a vibrant yellow seahorse named Sunny. Sunny was unlike any other seahorse in the ocean. He was bright, shining yellow and the smallest among his friends. Sunny had a heart full of courage and a spirit full of adventure. His truest desire was to explore the vast ocean and uncover all its hidden treasures. Every morning, he'd look at the horizon, dreaming about the day he'd venture out into the limitless blue. One day, Sunny gathered the courage to announce his adventure to his friends. His friends, surprised and worried, warned him about the dangers of the deep sea. But Sunny was determined. He reassured his friends and set out on his journey. As he ventured deeper into the sea, Sunny encountered beautiful coral reefs and colorful fishes. He swam under arches of seaweed and past clusters of tiny, bubbling volcanoes. But, the further he went, the darker and colder the water became. Suddenly, he saw a giant shadow looming overhead. It was a monstrous shark. Sunny's heart pounded, but he remembered his courage and hid among the corals. The shark sniffed around and eventually swam away, leaving Sunny safe and sound. A sigh of relief washed over Sunny. He had faced his first big challenge and emerged victorious. Encouraged, Sunny continued his journey, exploring the deepest corners of the sea. He saw things he had never imagined, like glowing jellyfish and ancient shipwrecks. One day, Sunny came across a shivering little fish, lost and scared. Sunny put aside his adventures to help the little fish find its family. Together, they faced many dangers, but Sunny's courage and friendship kept them safe. Finally, they found the little fish's family, and there were joyous celebrations. Sunny was hailed as a hero. His bravery had saved the day. But, Sunny knew his adventure was not over. He bid the fish family goodbye, and continued his journey. As he journeyed on, Sunny realized that the ocean was much more than its dangers. It was full of life, beauty, and countless stories of courage and friendship. He learned that the size of his heart mattered more than his physical size. And so, Sunny, the tiny yellow seahorse, became a legend in the deep sea. His tales of adventure and bravery spread far and wide, inspiring all who heard them. And even now, if you listen closely, you can hear the ocean whispering his tales. The adventure of Sunny, the yellow seahorse, a tale of courage, friendship, and unending exploration. And with each tale, Sunny's adventures continue, deep within the heart of the blue sea. Crabby's great adventure on Coral Coast. Charlie, a curious little crab, found the courage to venture beyond the familiar seafoam shore. His tiny heart pulsed with excitement at the thought of discovering what lay beyond. During his exploration, Charlie stumbled upon a mysterious, colorful shell. Its hues sparkled under the sunlight, igniting dreams of grand adventures and stories waiting to unfold within its spirals. Along his journey, Charlie encountered a wise old turtle. The turtle, with a gentle voice, shared tales of the ocean's depths, revealing the beauty and wonders hidden beneath the waves. Inspired by the turtle's stories, Charlie set his heart on finding the legendary sunken treasure. He imagined the treasures that lay waiting in the deep, calling to him with a siren's allure. As Charlie prepared for his quest, he met a friendly dolphin. The dolphin, with a smile, offered to guide Charlie through the vast ocean, ensuring his journey would not be a lonely one. Charlie and the friendly dolphin found themselves whisked away by a strong current into unknown waters. The once familiar sights of the ocean floor were replaced by uncharted territories. Their adventure had taken an unexpected turn, presenting a challenge they hadn't prepared for. Yet, the two companions didn't lose heart. They knew they had each other's back, ready to face whatever lay ahead. In this new and strange part of the ocean, they stumbled upon a school of fish trapped in a menacing net. Without hesitation, Charlie and the dolphin sprang into action. Working together, they managed to free the grateful fish. It was a moment of triumph that strengthened the bond between the unlikely friends and the creatures they had saved. The fish, thankful for their liberation, shared with Charlie and the dolphin secret directions to the legendary sunken treasure. It was a gesture of gratitude that reignited the duo's quest. With renewed vigor, they thanked the fish and followed the directions, hopeful about what they might discover. However, their journey to the treasure was not without its guardians. A sneaky octopus, known for its cunning, blocked their path. But Charlie and his dolphin friend were not deterred. Using their wits, they engaged the octopus in a game, outsmarting it to gain passage. It was a testament to their growing cleverness and determination. Finally, as they stood before the sunken treasure, Charlie realized that the journey itself, with its challenges and the friendships forged along the way, was the true treasure. The chest of gold paled in comparison to the wealth of experiences and connections they had gained. This revelation was a turning point for Charlie, marking the beginning of a new understanding of adventure and value. Charlie and his new friends gathered for a grand underwater feast to celebrate their success. The ocean floor was alive with vibrant colors and the joyous melodies of shell trumpets. The feast brought together creatures from all corners of the sea. Charlie learned about courage and kindness, values that his friends held dear. Their stories filled his heart with warmth. As the celebration continued, Charlie was inspired to share his own tales. The sea creatures listened intently, their eyes sparkling with wonder. It was a night of sharing and inspiration. After the feast, the group embarked on a mission to clean the ocean. Together, they picked up litter, restoring beauty to their underwater world. It was a testament to their newfound camaraderie. Returning home, Charlie was greeted with pride by his parents. They marveled at his bravery and the positive impact he had made. The little crab had truly made a difference. Charlie's curiosity about the mysterious shell was rewarded when it revealed itself to be a magical map, teeming with the promise of uncharted territories and whispered tales of hidden realms. This discovery ignited a spark in Charlie, a yearning for adventures yet to come, and a desire to share the wonders of exploration with others. Deciding to channel this newfound passion, Charlie envisioned a school for the young sea creatures of the coral reef. A place where curiosity would be nurtured, and the mysteries of the ocean would unfold before eager eyes. This dream quickly caught the current, rallying the community together in a wave of support and enthusiasm. As the coral reef inhabitants came together, the foundations of the school were laid, both literally and metaphorically. This project did more than just construct a building, it wove tighter bonds among the sea creatures, fostering a sense of unity and shared purpose. Charlie watched in awe as what once was a dream materialized before him. The tales of Charlie's adventures and his relentless spirit of discovery soon became the stuff of legend. These stories, passed from one sea creature to the next, inspired a generation to look beyond the reef, to dream bigger, and to dare deeper. Charlie's school became the beacon of this new era of explorers. As Charlie gazed at the horizon, the magical map in his claw, he knew this was just the beginning. The vast ocean called to him, whispering secrets of the unknown, promising more adventures, more friends, and infinite possibilities. With a heart full of courage and a shell full of dreams, Charlie was ready to dive into whatever came next. An enchanting tale, the journey of a baby red octopus. Once upon a time, deep in the shimmering blue ocean, a baby red octopus was born. Bright and vivid, he stood out among his gray companions, his ruby color captivating all who noticed him. In this vast marine world, eager to discover its secrets, the baby red octopus began his journey. His innocent eyes reflected the marvel he felt for the wonders around him. His home was a vibrant coral reef, bustling with life. Schools of fish darted amongst the coral, their myriad colors creating a living rainbow. However, the ocean wasn't all beauty and peace. It was also a realm of survival, and the baby octopus quickly understood this harsh reality. But the baby red octopus was no ordinary creature. He possessed a power unique to his kind, the ability to change his color and shape at will, a remarkable defense mechanism. This camouflage skill came in handy when a hungry grouper swam by. The baby red octopus transformed into a gray coral, evading the predator's hungry gaze. Surviving the encounter, the baby red octopus learned a vital lesson. He realized that his dazzling red color, though beautiful, could also attract danger. The days passed, and the baby red octopus explored his surroundings. He met a curious sea turtle, a grumpy crab, and a playful dolphin, each with their own tales of the ocean. His friendship with the sea turtle was an unexpected one. Though they were very different, they grew to understand each other, proving that friendship knows no boundaries. The crab, though grumpy, taught the baby red octopus about the importance of resilience. A survivor of many battles, the crab was a living testament to endurance. The playful dolphin showed the octopus the joy of freedom. With his swift moves and carefree spirit, the dolphin embodied the essence of living in the moment. The octopus loved these encounters. They fascinated him, opening his eyes to the diversity and complexity of life in the ocean. Yet, he started yearning for others like him, feeling an increasing sense of loneliness. This feeling triggered his instinct to delve deeper into the ocean, seeking his kin. His journey into the unknown was perilous. It was a realm where light barely reached, where giant creatures lurked. But his determination was stronger than his fear. After what felt like an eternity, he found a garden of octopuses. Their colors ranged from deep purples to vibrant oranges. Finally, he was no longer alone. He learned their language, their ways, their wisdom. He felt a sense of belonging he had never experienced before. But he also brought his knowledge with him. He shared his tales of the bright coral reef, of the grouper, the sea turtle, the crab, and the dolphin. His stories fascinated his kin. They listened with rapt attention, entranced by this red octopus who dared to explore the upper realms of the ocean. The baby red octopus was no longer a baby. He had grown, not just in size, but also in wisdom. His experiences had shaped him into a brave, adventurous octopus. He continued to explore, venturing further and deeper. His courage inspired others, and he became a symbol of exploration and discovery among his kin. His life was a testament to the power of curiosity, courage, and resilience. He had encountered dangers and faced them head-on, turning threats into lessons. The ocean was his playground, his school, and his home. His journey was his story, a story that echoed throughout the marine world. And so, the red octopus lived, loved, and explored, leaving a trail of stories in his wake. His life was a beautiful dance between curiosity and survival, between the known and the unknown. This is the enchanting tale of a baby red octopus. His journey is one of courage and discovery, a testament to the beauty of life under the sea. Remember, every sea creature has a story, a purpose. We must respect and cherish them, for they are a vital part of our world's incredible biodiversity. And so, as the sun sets and the moon rises over the ocean, we bid farewell to our red octopus friend, but his story lives on, inspiring all who hear it. This tale serves as a reminder that life is full of unexpected challenges and joys, and it's our courage and curiosity that defines our journey. Adventures of Dolly the Dolphin. In a bustling ocean, full of life and color, lived a cheerful, playful dolphin named Dolly. She was known for her vibrant energy and her ability to make everyone smile. Dolly lived with her family in a peaceful lagoon, surrounded by rainbow-colored coral reefs, and they were the happiest dolphins in the ocean. Every morning, Dolly loved to race with the sun rays, breaking through the water surface, her heart filled with joy and excitement for the day's adventures. Dolly had a best friend, a tiny seahorse named Sam. Despite their size difference, they were inseparable, sharing laughter and exploring their underwater world together. One day, Dolly and Sam discovered an old, rusty treasure chest nestled in the sand, igniting their curiosity. The chest was wedged between two rocks, but with Dolly's strength, they managed to pull it out. Inside, they found a beautiful pearl necklace. Dolly admired its beauty, but soon noticed that the pearls were losing their glow. She felt an urge to do something to restore their shine. So, Dolly decided to seek advice from the wise old turtle, Tranquil Tim. Tim lived in the deepest part of the ocean and was respected by all. Dolly and Sam ventured into the deep, their journey filled with marvel and a little trepidation. Upon reaching, they were greeted by Tim's welcoming smile. Dolly explained their discovery and showed Tim the fading pearls. Tim, with his years of wisdom, instantly recognized that the pearls needed the touch of moonlight to regain their luster. The journey to the moonlit surface was no ordinary task for the young dolphin and her friend, but they were determined. They braved the chilly water and swam upwards. Reaching the surface, they carefully laid the necklace under the moon's silver light. As they waited, they felt an overwhelming sense of peace and tranquility. Slowly, the pearls started glowing, their radiance reflecting off Dolly's and Sam's excited faces. Their mission was a success, and they couldn't wait to share the news. With the pearls shining brighter than ever, Dolly and Sam returned to the ocean's depths, their hearts brimming with joy. They passed the beautiful coral reefs, greeting their friends along the way. Upon reaching home, they proudly presented the restored necklace to their families. The lagoon was filled with pride for the courage and determination shown by Dolly and Sam. That night, under the starlit sky, everyone gathered around to celebrate. The pearl necklace was placed in the center, its glow lighting up their home. From that day onward, Dolly and Sam became local heroes. Their story of bravery and friendship echoed throughout the ocean, inspiring everyone. Dolly realized that it wasn't the necklace that was truly valuable, but the journey she took with her friend, Sam. The pearls were just a reminder of their wonderful adventure. The story of Dolly and Sam reminds us all that courage and friendship are the real treasures in life. And with a brave heart and a good friend by your side, you can conquer any challenge. This tale of the little dolphin Dolly and her friend Sam is a journey through the vibrant underwater world, a testament to bravery and a celebration of friendship. From the sunlit surface to the moonlit night, their story is a heartwarming adventure that teaches us the true value of friendship and courage. So, the next time we look at the ocean, let's remember the story of Dolly, the brave dolphin, and her loyal friend, Sam. And let's aspire to have a heart as brave as Dolly's and a friendship as strong as hers and Sam's. And as this tale of Dolly and Sam comes to a close, let's remember their adventure, their courage, and their friendship. Let's carry their story in our hearts and look at the ocean with newfound respect and admiration. In the end, Dolly the dolphin's greatest treasure was her friend, Sam. And that's the most beautiful message of all. Friendship is the most precious treasure, one that shines brighter than any pearl. So let's remember Dolly and Sam, their adventure, and their bond. And let's take a leaf out of their book, valuing friendships, showing courage, and cherishing our own adventures. The majestic tale of the pure white swan. Immerse yourself in the tranquility of a forest that whispers tales of enchantment. A place where the trees stand tall, their leaves rustling gently with the breeze, and the air is filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers. This forest is a sanctuary, a haven of peace, and a symphony of nature's most beautiful melodies. Within this captivating forest, a diverse community of animals thrives. From the smallest insects to the most majestic of creatures, each plays an essential role in maintaining the harmony of the forest. They live together, respecting the rules of nature, creating a balance that breathes life into the forest. In a quiet corner of this forest, by a tranquil lake, resides a white swan named Serenity. Graceful as a ballerina, she glides on the lake's surface, her reflection a mirror image of elegance. Her plumage, as white as snow, glistens in the sunlight, creating a sight that's nothing short of breathtaking. Serenity is not just renowned for her beauty, but also her wisdom. She is respected by all, her sage advice sought by many. Her calm demeanor and thoughtful gaze reflect her knowledge of the forest and its inhabitants. Her wisdom is as deep as the lake she calls home. Each day, Serenity follows a routine that's as rhythmic as the forest's heartbeat. She glides across the lake, her movements painting ripples on the serene water. She's a vision of elegance and grace, her routine a dance that celebrates the beauty of life. The forest was more than a home to Serenity, it was a kingdom full of life, stories, and love. Every morning, she would glide across the lake, her elegant form reflected in the placid waters as the forest inhabitants watched in silent awe. The bond Serenity shared with the denizens of the forest was one of mutual respect and admiration. Her grace was a beacon of light for them, a symbol of the harmony and serenity that the forest embodied. However, a shadow soon fell upon the forest. The once lush greenery started to wither, the vibrant flowers lost their colors, and the animals began to fret. There was a whisper of worry in the wind, a fear that hung heavy in the air. The forest was losing its charm, its essence slowly seeping away. The animals huddled together, their eyes reflecting a shared concern. Their home was changing, and they didn't know why. Observing the changes, our white swan, Serenity, felt a pang of sorrow. She saw the fear in the eyes of her friends and the fading beauty of her beloved forest. She decided to investigate what was causing this imbalance. With a determined heart and a brave spirit, she embarked on her journey, promising the worried eyes that she would find a solution. In her quest for answers, Serenity came across an old owl, known for his wisdom and knowledge. His eyes held stories of the past, his feathers were like ancient scrolls harboring secrets. To Serenity's inquiry, he revealed the existence of a magical gem. This gem, he said, held the power to restore the forest to its original beauty and vitality. Serenity was faced with a decision. She could stay, live her days in the fading beauty of the forest, or she could embark on a journey to find the gem. Touched by the sorrowful eyes of her friends and the wilting beauty of her home, she chose the latter. With a newfound resolve, Serenity set her mind to find the gem and save her forest. There came a day when Serenity, the white swan, made a profound decision. She'd observed the forest's gradual decay and decided to take the initiative. Not one to stand by while her beloved home wilted, she resolved to find the magical gem that could restore the forest to its former glory. Her journey began at dawn, under the soft glow of the morning sun. The forest whispered tales of unknown paths and adventures as she ventured deeper into the unknown. She was faced with challenges and obstacles that tested her resolve, but her determination remained unwavering. One day, she came across a sly fox, his eyes gleaming with mischief. He tried to deter her from her path, convincing her to abandon her quest with tales of the terrifying beasts that guarded the gem. But Serenity was not easily fooled, she had lived long enough to recognize deception. Calling upon her wisdom, she listened to the fox's words but chose her path wisely. She thanked the fox for his advice, but continued on her journey, undeterred by his attempts at deception. The fox, surprised and somewhat disappointed, could only watch as she gracefully proceeded towards her goal. Her journey didn't stop there. She met other creatures along the way, each trying to dissuade her from her mission. Yet, Serenity remained steadfast, her determination fueling her strength. She knew that the well-being of her forest was in her wings, and she had no intention of letting it down. Serenity, the white swan, was a beacon of resilience. In the face of adversity, she held on to the hope that sparked within her. The forest she loved was fading, and the animals she called family were in distress. Yet, she remained undeterred, her determination solid as a rock. The path to the mountain was fraught with dangers and tests of courage. Every thorn, every stone was a hurdle. But Serenity overcame them, one after another, unfazed by the magnitude of the task. Her wings, though weary, never failed her, her spirit, though tested, never wavered. As she reached the foot of the mountain, she found herself staring at the towering peak where the magical gem was hidden. The sight was intimidating, the climb steep. She knew the ascent would be arduous, but her resolve was unwavering. She was ready to conquer the mountain for her beloved forest. The climb was grueling. Each step was a struggle, each breath was a challenge. But Serenity was relentless. She pushed through the fatigue, the pain, and the fear. Her heart pounded in her chest, but her eyes remained focused on the peak. With every inch she scaled, she was closer to her goal. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, she reached the peak. And there it was, the magical gem, shimmering under the sunlight, waiting to be discovered. A wave of relief washed over Serenity. Her eyes sparkled with joy, her heart filled with triumph. She had done it. She had found the gem. Serenity's heart was filled with indescribable joy and relief when she finally laid her eyes on the magical gem. It sparkled with an ethereal glow, promising hope and a return to the peaceful days. She held it gently in her beak, aware of its immense power and the responsibility it carried. It was a moment of victory, not just for her, but for the entire forest. With the gem safely tucked away, she started her journey back to the forest. The journey was long and arduous, but the thought of the forest's restoration kept her going. She flew across the meadows, over the hills, and through the clouds, her wings echoing the songs of triumph. Each flap brought her closer to her home, to her family, to the forest she so dearly loved. As she descended onto the forest, the inhabitants broke into an uproar of cheers. She was welcomed as a hero, the savior of their home. Animals, big and small, came out to greet her, their eyes gleaming with respect and gratitude. The forest was buzzing with excitement, and Serenity could feel her heart swell with pride. Without wasting any time, the magical gem was put to use. It was placed in the heart of the forest, and a dazzling light enveloped everything. The light was warm and comforting, like the first ray of sun after a long, cold night. As it faded, the forest stood transformed. The trees were greener, the flowers bloomed brighter, the lake shimmered under the sun, and the air was filled with fresh, sweet aromas. The forest was alive again, breathing and singing, its beauty restored. To commemorate the victory, the animals held a grand celebration. They danced around the gem, their hearts brimming with joy. They thanked Serenity, their words filled with genuine gratitude for her bravery and wisdom. The forest echoed with laughter and merriment, a clear contrast to the somber mood that had once prevailed. Serenity looked at her home, her family, and couldn't help but feel a deep sense of fulfillment and happiness. The animals of the forest held a grand celebration in honor of Serenity, their hero. Their joy knew no bounds as they thanked her wholeheartedly. They sang songs, danced, and expressed their gratitude. The entire forest echoed with the sound of their merriment and heartfelt appreciation. Serenity, the graceful swan, felt a deep sense of fulfillment and happiness. She had not undertaken the journey for accolades, but the love and appreciation she received filled her heart with warmth. The spark in her eyes reflected the peace and satisfaction she felt. As the celebrations came to a close, the forest returned to its peaceful rhythm. Serenity continued to glide across the lake, living peacefully among the rejuvenated flora and fauna. Her heroism had become a part of the forest's lore, a story whispered among the trees. The tale of Serenity's bravery and wisdom served as a moral for the forest's inhabitants and beyond. It demonstrated that wisdom, courage, and determination could conquer any challenge. It was not just physical strength, but the strength of character that truly mattered. The story ended with a note for children, encouraging them to always believe in themselves and strive for the greater good. It taught them that every challenge was an opportunity to grow, and each problem, a chance to find a solution. Serenity's tale was a beacon of hope, inspiring all who heard it. The hilarious adventure of the big-eyed frog. Meet our little green hero, the funny frog. With a heart full of humor and a personality that radiates joy, this delightful amphibian is here to spread laughter and light, one leap at a time. Always ready with a funny face or a comical gesture, the funny frog can turn even the gloomiest of swamps into a stage for comedy. One of the most noticeable features of the funny frog are his enormous, expressive eyes. They are truly a sight to behold, glistening with mischief and merriment. These large, round orbs are like windows to the frog's fun-loving soul, always sparkling with joy and brimming with laughter. Home to this jovial creature is the lush, vibrant swamp. The swamp, with its dense foliage and murky waters, might seem uninviting to some, but to the funny frog, it's a paradise filled with endless opportunities for fun and adventure. This is where his amusing antics come to life, echoing through the swamp and filling it with laughter. A day in the life of the funny frog is never dull. From the moment he wakes up, he is on the move, exploring his surroundings, playing with his fellow swamp inhabitants, and of course, making everyone around him laugh with his entertaining exploits. The funny frog has a unique jumping style that is a source of endless amusement. Unlike his fellow frogs, he doesn't just jump, he performs. Each leap is like a mini performance, filled with exaggerated movements and funny faces, ensuring a round of applause and laughter from his audience. The funny frog isn't the only intriguing creature in the swamp. He has a lively circle of friends, including a chatty cricket, a bashful butterfly, and a gregarious gator. Each of them contributes to the vibrant life in the swamp, adding color to Frog's daily adventures. A real music enthusiast, the frog adores singing. He has a peculiar croak that he employs to create his own unique melody. His voice, though not traditionally harmonious, is a significant part of the swamp's symphony, echoing across the water at night. Amidst his regular routines, Frog also enjoys a good prank. His mischievous side often comes to light as he plays harmless jokes on his swamp mates. Whether it's a sudden leap that startles the cricket or a playful splash towards the gator, Frog's pranks often end with hearty laughter. In the swamp, food is an exciting challenge. Frog's favorite food is the elusive, buzzing fly. He patiently waits for the perfect moment, then launches his long, sticky tongue to catch his meal. This act often results in comical scenes, especially when the fly manages to escape. Frog's humorous attempts to catch flies are a sight to behold. His big eyes focus intently, his body tenses, and whoosh! His tongue flies out. Sometimes, he succeeds and gulps down the fly with satisfaction. Other times, he stumbles and lands face first in the mud, causing ripples of laughter among his friends. Among the frog's favorite activities is his comical pursuit of flies. His enormous eyes, perfectly designed for spotting these swift creatures, would widen, and his long, sticky tongue would shoot out, often missing its target. This hilarious spectacle never failed to entertain his swamp friends. His reflection in the water was a sight to behold. The mirrored image would exaggerate his big eyes, making them appear even more oversized. It was as if two full moons had descended into the swamp, adding to the swamp's mystical allure. The frog had a particular fondness for rainy days. He would hop around the swamp with an added spring in his step, his eyes sparkling with excitement. Rain brought out a cheerfulness in him, and he would often break into a goofy dance, much to the delight of his friends. The frog's dance was not just any ordinary dance. With his big eyes leading the way, he would leap and twirl, his legs flailing in all directions. It was a sight that brought laughter to the entire swamp, making even the grumpiest turtle crack a smile. The frog's large eyes gave him a significant advantage during the nighttime. Their size enabled him to see in the dark, making night adventures a favorite pastime. He would explore the swamp, often stumbling upon exciting discoveries, his big eyes wide with anticipation and curiosity. As the sun fades, the funny frog embarks on his nocturnal adventures. His enormous eyes, which are a source of endless amusement during the day, become his guiding light in the dark. These eyes, gleaming like twin beacons, allow him to navigate the dense undergrowth and murky waters with an ease that leaves his swamp friends in awe. One night, the funny frog had a fantastical dream. He dreamed of sprouting wings and soaring high above the swamp, darting between the stars like a firefly. The imagination of this frog knew no bounds, and every night, he dreamt of flying with the grace and freedom of a bird. Awake in the bright light of the morning, the frog decided to give wings to his dreams. He attempted to fly, leaping from lily pads and flapping his arms. His antics led to roars of laughter among his friends. His hilarious attempts to fly, although unsuccessful, brought joy and laughter to the swamp. The funny frog's reactions to his failed attempts were equally amusing. Instead of being disheartened, he would laugh at himself louder than anyone else. His optimism and ability to find humor in his failures were infectious, spreading smiles among all the swamp inhabitants. Despite his countless failures, the funny frog never gave up on his dream. His relentless optimism and persistence were inspiring. His friends admired him for his spirit. His laughter, his positivity, and his undying hope served as a reminder that happiness and humor could be found even in the face of failure. One sunny day, our funny frog had an amusing interaction with a butterfly. The frog, with its big eyes, watched as the butterfly fluttered its delicate wings. The frog, in its humorous nature, tried to mimic the butterfly, which led to a series of comical leaps and bounds. In another instance, the frog had an amusing encounter with a curious child. The child, fascinated by the frog's enormous eyes and vibrant green skin, tried to engage with him. The frog, delighted by the attention, entertained the child with a series of funny faces and jumps. Then came a day when the frog decided to play a hilarious game of hide and seek with the child. The frog, with its outstanding jumping skills and the child with her innocent giggles, created a scene filled with joy and laughter. The child was so fascinated by the frog's big eyes that she began to draw them. The frog sat still, watching the child with amusement. The sketch, although not perfect, captured the essence of the frog's charming eyes and the child's pure fascination. One evening, the frog decided to tell a funny story to the child. The story was about his adventures in the swamp, his pranks on his friends, and his favorite food, flies. The child listened in awe, her eyes wide with excitement. The story session ended with the child's laughter echoing in the swamp, and the frog feeling a sense of accomplishment. As the night sky painted itself a deep indigo, the funny frog nestled into the soft undergrowth, ready to sleep under the moonlight. His enormous eyes twinkled with the reflection of the stars above. His rhythmic croaking slowly subsided into the gentle sound of his snoring, providing a lullaby for the entire swamp. The dawn saw the frog engage in his comical morning routine, which never failed to amuse his swamp friends. One could see him yawning widely, his big eyes popping even bigger. His stretching resembled a miniature ballet performance, his long legs extending and retracting gracefully. The frog was quite a sight to behold, with his funny yawning and stretching. His big eyes would flutter open and close in a slow, sleepy rhythm. He would stretch his long, lean legs out one by one, then pull them back in so quickly it would look like he's dancing. The entire swamp would wake up to this delightful spectacle. As the day grew brighter, the funny frog would sit on his favorite lily pad, staring at his reflection in the water beneath. His big, round eyes would look back at him from the water surface, mirroring his life that was full of humor, happiness, and contentment. It was a life he cherished, a life that was uniquely his own. Embracing his uniqueness was the frog's final message to the world. To him, every day was another chance to make his friends laugh, to spread joy, and to be happy. He loved his big eyes, his funny antics, and his swamp home. He wished everyone could see the beauty in being different and in finding happiness in their own unique way. The majestic adventure of the graceful white swan. Once upon a time, in a serene, enchanting lake, there lived a gorgeous white swan named Seraphine. With her pristine plumes, she was the lake's shining star. Seraphine, however, was not just a pretty face. She was an adventurous spirit, full of life, always dreaming of exploring beyond her lake. One morning, filled with courage, Seraphine decided to embark on an adventure. The world outside was vast and full of wonders. She flew over lofty mountains, fluttered amidst blooming flowers, and danced in the morning mist. Her heart was filled with joy. As the day grew darker, Seraphine found herself amidst an unknown forest. The chirping of unseen creatures and the rustling of leaves scared her. She missed her peaceful lake. Suddenly, a tiny glowworm appeared, lighting up her path. His tiny light was a beacon in the darkness, guiding her back home. She felt a wave of relief wash over her. As she glided back onto the lake, the whole community of lake dwellers greeted her with cheers. Her adventure had sparked courage in the hearts of all who lived there. Seraphine, the white swan, taught everyone that stepping out of comfort zones reveals unknown strengths. She was not just the lake's shining star, but also its brave heart.